Hey folks, Guy here with another little mini tutorial for you all. Now, as you know, we are big fans of the kettlebell and we use it extensively. Perhaps backing off a little bit from the amount of kettlebell work that we put into the program because although it's an awesome tool, it does have a certain learning curve. And for many people who are just trying to get into rocking shape, maybe some of the time that's spent learning how to do some of the more nuanced kettlebell moves could be better spent working towards just hitting that incredible fitness level that you're shooting for. That being said, we are always watching and learning and experimenting with some of the variations that we see come through, and especially when there are ones that don't have a massive learning curve to them and are more easily integrated into your program. Those ones jump out at us. And then these two in particular, I tried a couple of months ago and I like them so much that I actually carried them through into my newest phase and will continue doing them. They are called, one of them is the 90-90 get up, and that's a combination of our 90-90 stretch and the get up, a partial get up. And the other one, and this one's a bit of a mouthful, but as you know, we're always trying to come up with names that are at least descriptive, even though it winds up oftentimes being almost more confusing. But ideally, if you walk your way through the name, you'll figure it out. So it is a single leg glute bridge with single leg hip flexion to extension and single arm isometric. First off, a couple of things to really quickly review. The 90-90 stretch. The 90-90 stretch, as we refer to it, is primarily in the hips, okay? The 90-90 positions with the hips. So we've got our feet, our legs are bent at about 90 degrees here, and we got our feet a little bit wider than hip. And when you drop to the side, okay, there's your 90-90 stretch. This knee's at 90 degrees, this hip's at 90 degrees, and then this knee's at 90 degrees. There's your 90-90 that we're referring to. 90-90, all right? And you'll probably recognize it if you put the slide reach in, because that's what we put into our mobility warm-up. This is going to be a combination of this and the partial get-up. Now, really quickly, I do want to review how to pick up the kettlebell properly to get set up for this, because you can never say it too many times and you really want it to be safe. I did do a sweat cap mini tutorial on it with the help of Jeffrey, an amazing assistant, a few months ago. But really quickly, picking up the kettlebell properly, we lie on our side. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. I'm on top of my elbow. When I roll to my back, I'm going to spoon the kettlebell. I'm going to grab it with the bottom hand. The other hand's going to go over top and hold it here. When I roll to my back, I'm going to bring the bell with me, but my elbow's going to stay on the ground, and I'm going to finish with my knuckles pointing at the ceiling. Okay? Rolling to the back. Kettlebell came with me. Knuckles pointing at the ceiling. I don't want the kettlebell resting on my bicep, and I don't want it resting on my stomach. If you are doing either of those, the knuckles are not pointing the ceiling. Okay? Now, for the purpose of the exercise, the actual exercise I'm demonstrating, I need the kettlebell on the other side. So I'm going to slide it over here. I just wanted to review the proper way to pick it up, because when I do pick it up, I'm going to have my back to you, so you won't see it. But hips stacked, knees stacked, shoulders stacked, on top of my elbow, roll to the back, knuckles pointing at the ceiling. There, proper safe pickup. I'm going to floor press it to get it into position for my starting point. And now, feet are going to be in there a little bit wider than my hips. All right, knees are roughly at 90-90. Got my arm out for that partial get up. I'm going to roll up to my elbow, okay? But rather than focusing on sitting up and rolling, I'm going to think about driving this hip over to get me to that elbow, okay? So again, I'm not sitting up and coming here. I'm going to drive this hip, and I'm going to drop the knees right to the ground. They're in their 90-90 position, and I'm in that first stage of the get up with my upper body. I'm going to then bring the hand to where my elbow was, and now you can see this is a stage 2, all right, of the get up. but I'm in the 90-90 position with my hips. And then I'm going to put my elbow back where the hand is. And then now my elbow is not going to move from here. Okay. And I'm going to roll to the back. Again, I'm going to do it one more time. Drive through the hip as it comes across up to the elbow. The hand is going to punch up the ceiling. Knees are dropped to the ground. I'm in my 90-90 stretch with my legs. I'm in the first step of the get up with my upper body. I'm going to bring my hand to where my elbow was. And that's the finished position of the 90-90 get up. And then I'm going to slide put the elbow back where the hand was. And I'm going to roll to my back. All right. I'm going to lower it safely, up to the side, tick up, Bob's your uncle. Okay. So that is the 90-90 get up. The next one, the long named one, the single leg glute bridge with single leg hip flexion to extension and single arm isometric hold. It actually gets set up almost exactly the same. So feet are on the ground. I'm gonna roll, knees stack, shoulder stack, roll to the back, elbow stays on the ground, knuckles pointing at the ceiling, floor press it up. Okay. So again, same starting position, right? That's nice and easy. But here's where it changes. Sorry, I'm just going to get myself to the end so I got a strong glute bridge. So my feet are not going to be as wide. Okay, they're only going to be about hip width. This hand is out to the side only to help act as a third support. I'm going to come up into my glute bridge, and then I'm going to, the single leg that I'm going to use as the stabilizing side, as a stable pillar, is going to be opposite the arm that is the stabilizing pillar on the other side. So I'm going to come up, and the single leg that will be stabilizing me, like I said, is going to be this one because it's opposite the arm with the kettlebell. This leg is going to be doing the single leg hip flexion, which means I'm going to bring my knee to my chest, to extension. So before I extend the hip again, I'm going to kick this leg up, and then I'm going to extend nice and long, a long lever, and I'm going to bring it back up, and down. So what I'm getting through this is I'm getting some stability in this side, isometric stability on this side shoulder. I'm getting some isometric stability on this side. And this side, what happens is when I lift this leg, my hips want to drop this way. So I'm working really hard to keep that trunk stable. I've got this knee up. I'm going to kick it straight. All right. So now I'm getting a little bit of extra, just as a bonus. I'm getting some length through my hamstring here, and then I'm going to lower it down. And this long lever challenges that hip stability even more. So up, kick, down. All right. When you're done, replace. Lower the hips, lower the bell, roll to the side with the proper foot down. Okay? So that's those two exercises. Again, 90-90 get up, single leg glute bridge with single leg hip flexion to extension, and single arm isometric hold. You'll know it when you see it. And now you know what the exercise is. And if you're not sure, you can refer back to this video to relearn it if you are either one of our online members who don't have access to us in the immediate sense, or if we're here, you can just call us over and we can go over it with you there. All right. Hopefully that clarifies some of the things and will make it easier when you're looking at the video. If you have any other exercises that you would like us to go over, please be sure to leave a comment or send it to us if you're on our subscriber list. Otherwise, train smart, train hard, keep fit, and always have fun.